Okay, final eight. We just finished the King's Challenge moments ago. Carlos, congratulations, my friend. Tonight is all about your power.
Thank you, thank you.
How difficult was this challenge for you?
It was extremely hard because you never really knew how far ahead or how far behind people were.
Now, when it was told to you guys that it was going to be story time, did you do any planning? You guys had a long weekend. We had a couple of vacations, people out of town, and just the schedules didn't match up to hold this live challenge since Travis was voted out. So did that give you time to, research, look back on what the heck story time is, give me the best advantage possible? Because this is a first and I survivor. Somebody is leaving at the sole hands of one person during a merge situation. So tell me a little bit about like the weekend for you and the long break and the wait up until this very moment.
Well, I found that challenge like a few seasons back, and I was practicing, like last night, all night long. I was going practicing like putting the words to answers backwards and whatnot, and I was just keep timing myself, and every time I got a better score. So I think that by now, I think I came into the challenge like ready.
Did anybody else spend their time that's never played this challenge before, like Desiree, maybe Jay, Kate? Did any of you go back and seriously take time to practice or try to get as much out of your time during the break as you could? Kate?
No, to be quite honest, I didn't. If I practice too much, I'll just get nervous and then I'll choke. So I just had a fun weekend, did a lot of stuff, enjoyed the break, slept. I took a nap yesterday. What the
Nap?
hell is
What?
that?
So let me
Oh,
talk about this challenge, Kate. You
yeah,
were in the lead.
I
Okay, at the
know.
start, it took a little bit for you to get your bearings, but once you got your bearings, you took the lead on that challenge the entire way. It wasn't up until the second to last or the last passcode that just stumped you. So you took a penalty, and then
Mhm.
after that, you had trouble posting your image, whether it was Wi-Fi connection or just blonde moment. It was
Blonde
like
moment.
I've seen it happen in Survivor, and we've seen it happen on in the TV show so many times, where that front runner is just in the lead the entire time, and right when it really fucking matters, they just drop the ball, and that's sort of what happened. You told me not to mention
Mhm.
it, but I can't help it. So tell me what, like, this is such a big power, and it was in your hands,
I
like
know.
you almost fisted it.
I know. No, it was really tough. Like we got to that question and that was one of the few words I didn't write down. I was looking at my note and I'm like, oh, I wrote she was fun, she liked the library, arts, poems, and I didn't write philosophy. And I just could not think of it and I started trying. I was like, okay, library poems, what kind of goes with that? Like language arts type stuff. So I tried literature, language, English, science, math, all history, all these different things. And I just couldn't get it. And I was sitting here literally pulling my hair out. And
Nicole,
I'd get stuck if I didn't take it.
no, Nicole, you got philosophy without a clue. Like a lot, Dylan, Ricky, Mandy, they all needed a clue on philosophy. Was it just the right word for you that stuck out in your mind?
That's the word. You said that word, and I wrote it down twice. I was like, that is definitely important.
Keyword, yes. All right.
Yeah.
So do you think that you were at an advantage because you've played this before, or at a disadvantage because like you were expecting it to work a specific way, and then when you got there, it kind of worked a little bit differently, so you were thrown off?
I think, well, the past couple times I've played this challenge, it was mostly team-based, and I was always really bad. I was always relying on other people to give me the passwords, because it usually goes one in one ear, out the other, when I'm listening to stuff. So, that was the first time I actually had to do it myself, and I was doing bad, and then I caught up at the end, but I was so far behind I couldn't get any of the extra points. That was my big issue.
Yeah, you really did
Um,
catch up. You almost claimed that 15 point second place, which
I
at
know.
that point you and Jay were probably the two if you guys got that and like Dylan and Kate didn't, like it was Dylan, Kate, Carlos up in the lead, and because one of you two took that second and third place, it just really pushed Dylan and Kate away from the lead. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about Carlos winning now? Are you nervous? You're a vet. You're in this game with your boyfriend. He has the sole decision to send one of you home. Anybody else on this tribe?
I'm definitely nervous. I have been saying I've been nervous for anyone to win it because when someone gets power, like, they can do anything. I wouldn't put anything past anyone when they have the opportunity to take one person out of this game. So it's definitely a big thing, and I think anyone who had it would be dangerous. So Carlos is dangerous. Well, it's scary. Not dangerous, but, like, it's scary. Like,
You've been in a relationship with him over the course of this game. You're his coach. You've been with Carlos since day one. Is anybody else? Let me look. Nope.
No.
Nobody in this game has been with Carlos since day one of this game. So with that being said, does that make you feel a little bit more comfortable?
A little bit. I mean, I feel like I have a relationship with Carlos. So it definitely eased my mind a little bit. Yeah.
Now, in the past couple tribal councils, Carlos, your allies have left. You're in power. Did you think, how bad did you need this? Tell me.
I needed it pretty bad. I think that if it wasn't Jay or myself winning it, my name would have been on the chopping block.
Out of all these people sitting, like, if you didn't win, who would have sent you home, in your opinion?
Probably Ricky. Like, Ricky would be a certain, like, for sure. Everybody else is, like, up in the air.
Now, because everybody's known for the past 4 days that this final 8 Kings Challenge has been looming, strategy has had to have been pushed up. It had to have been amped up. Tell me from your perspective. Were there deals flying around like, hey, if you're king, I'll keep you safe. You keep me safe, bro.
I don't like to be that person, like, hey, I'll keep you safe, you keep me safe type. Like, I don't want to look desperate in the game, whether, like, even if I am desperate. So I try to have conversations with people, but if they offer me the deal, I'm like, great, somebody offered me a deal finally in this game. But I'm not somebody who's going around offering people deals.
Heard, thank you. Queen Desiree, Princess Desiree, rather, sorry. You're the only person.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
Not so nervous.
Why? You tell me. Tell the viewers and recap. You're the only person safe, so tell me why and what happened and how you feeling.
Well, I'm nervous for everybody else. Obviously not for me because I can't go, which is great. But I am nervous for every one of you right now, so.
Now, how has the game changed for you? You had nothing to do with the vote tonight. You had nothing to do with, any deals or strategy that had to be, that were, made regarding the power for tonight. But in your position, you're in the final 7. Has your position changed in that people have been coming to you about that exact number, like that time in the game?
I've had a few people come to me. Not everybody has, but I suppose we're all playing this game for ourselves now. It's the final 8. Like, who wouldn't be playing this game for themselves?
Now, we're going to quickly talk about, other than the Kings Challenge that's been going on and all that stress and you being safe, you did use one of your auction rewards this episode, and that was the Wise Man. You were able to sit with an iSurvivor winner, actually 2 of them, and pick their brains, the winners of past series. You were able to pick their brains for 20 minutes. How did that go? Did you learn anything?
Oh, I think I learned a lot, especially from their perspective, because I didn't watch their season. So to learn what they did and what strategy they went through and kind of why their jury speech was a success. I mean, I've got all my notes here for crying out loud, like all 5 pages worth. So I've just been trying to like study up on it, but like not make it too obvious that I'm doing that. But no, I thought it was a really good experience for me.
Thank you, Desiree. Dylan, you think if you survived this round that that the fact that Desiree's been able to have a 4-day vacation without stress, she got some advice from two winners of this game. Do you think that, puts her at an edge, sort of like, like a reward so late in the game nourishes the mind, body, and soul and gets you ready for the last duration, whether, she comes in with gusto strategically or is just, more personable around camp when everybody else is just so on edge? Do you think, if you make it there, hey, guys, Desiree's someone to look out for?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a huge weight off your shoulders not having to worry about this round and who's going to win king and if they're going to be looking to take you out or not. And obviously, advice from winners can go a long way when it comes to the final tribal council. So it's definitely something to look at.
Dylan, 32 days into this game, it was between you and Kate for a very long time in that challenge. Kate got to that final board, I don't want to say way before you, but a good, decent amount of time before you. Enough to, if she had gotten the password, relatively after she told me she was at number 9, she would have taken first, hands down. But you put up a good fight. You're vulnerable. You're in the top 8. Again, you're the only one here with your girlfriend. You're a vet. How big is your target tonight?
I feel like it's kind of big. I feel like at this point in the game, everyone's got, at least a decent sized target on their back. Because, I mean, we're all an active cast. We've all been social. We've all been playing. So.
Jay, I might have to beg to differ with Dylan's comment. The size of his target and everybody else's compared to yours tonight, not the same.
Oh, for sure.
Tell me the difference about your size target, everybody else's size target, and why your target may be smaller compared to everybody else's tonight.
Don't be so sure.
Oh, after he won, I was thinking about before.
Now, this is just based on assumption from the past tribals and what I know of this game. Tell me why your target is seemingly smaller on paper compared to everybody else's, and why do you think it's smaller at this point in the game? What did you do right and other people, quote unquote, did wrong? Just in terms of this situation, like the fact that Carlos wins makes it seem like you did some things right if your target is smaller.
Oh yeah, I mean, if Carlos won, I'm not going anywhere, hopefully, unless he turns, around and does the biggest backstab ever, which he won't, I'm sure. But I feel like, me coming back has always made me a small target. People probably think that they can beat me, which they probably can. I'm not going to deny him for that, but I'm also, laying low. I'm sucking at comps, obviously, which makes a big deal.
Jay, we're at the final 8. I hate that. You're pulling a Desiree. They can beat me, which they probably can. Like, what are you doing here? Are you playing for third?
No, but...
So make me believe you're not playing for third.
Yeah, I mean, if this was the jury, I would definitely tell them everything they want to hear, but to these people, dude, if you guys want to think that you guys can beat me, go ahead. But at this point, when I see people like Kate, who just leeches to veterans all summer, all season long, and I see people like Dylan, who are the biggest pussies in the game, obviously I feel like I can beat you guys. But if you guys think you can beat me and keep carrying me around, go ahead. That's all you hear.
All right, that's what I wanted to hear. If they assume your game's shitty, let them think that.
That's what I mean.
All right, got it. Mandy.
Hey.
All right, so one of the more awful performances in a challenge this season. Pressure, what was it?
Pressure was extremely high. I got so frustrated because I had the answer to number 9 and I was apparently spelling it wrong to the point where I was almost in tears because I knew that I had absolutely no. It was just a very frustrating
I
experience.
wanted to scream at you and be like, we took this class together in college.
I know, and when you gave me the first letter, 'cause even like after typing it in a million times, I immediately knew that was the answer. And no matter what I did, like I had to write it forwards and then backwards and go letter by letter, and it
And
finally,
press the backspace. You did Kate's strategy help you?
yeah, finally it did. But like until I did that and then like really sat there and said, "Okay, Mandy, you're not fucking stupid. You know the answer." I was freaking out. And
Now, Mandy,
yeah.
since the merge a couple of challenges ago, there were some negative connotations associated with you. Person least deserving to be here, or trying the least, putting in the least overall effort. In terms of your target tonight, have you been able to overcome those obstacles, or do you think that negative connotation still is on your back to where Carlos might overlook you compared to people like Dylan and Nicole who are dating Ricky and Kate, who have all been working together?
I mean, I think that my target could be pretty big, but at the same time, like, I know what, like, I have negative because I was on vacation and it was hard to talk to certain people, but like I'm ready to like prove that I was actually working hard and busting my ass and actually spending time on call with a bunch of people. So, I mean, unfortunately, not everybody saw that or like
Do you think there's a part of your game that still a mystery to people that is that's gone unspoken and unnoticed?
I do.
Because from my perspective, a lot of, and especially in the past, people on vacation usually get voted out because they're not around. You lasted vacation, and just for that simple fact, to me, that means you lasted for a reason. So tell me your reasons as to why you lasted on vacation right now. Just call it out.
Well, I mean, piggybacking off of what I said before, I busted my ass as much as I could in the challenges. I made it a point to take time out of my vacations to actually talk to people and try to like build relationships. Whereas my parents and my like brother were getting pissed off at me for like not enjoying the vacation because I'm sitting like talking to all you guys. But so, yeah, I think I mean and. Obviously, I'm not a challenge beast at all, but that doesn't mean that I'm not trying.
All right, thank you, Mandy. Ricky. So Carlos stated earlier that prior to winning, one person he was scared about winning because he was probably going to get kinged out by was you. So let's reverse it. Do you feel the same way right now?
Well, I mean, the whole game, it's kind of been like everyone showboating the Carlos versus Ricky bullshit, like the pillars and all this fucking stuff. But, I mean, a lot of it, like, until things happen, I don't know what to believe anymore. I mean, my whole alliance last round pretty much, like, forced me to vote something in the very last few seconds. And I've been lied to by people I've been with. So, I mean, sure, I think Carlos could take me out. And I might have taken him out if I won. But I don't know. It's a fucked up game.
Right now, I'm going to start with you, and I'm going to give everybody else the opportunity. But right now, it is your opportunity to talk directly to Carlos. Last opportunity. Plead your case, Ricky. This has been, like you said, Pillar War, Ricky, Carlos. This is your opportunity to be like, hey, don't cast your vote for me.
I mean,
it's somebody else.
It's simple. I'm the least of your worries. I mean, there's been other shit going on within this group, and I don't feel like I'm a pillar. So if you take me out, take me out. I think it's a waste.
Right. Nicole, your last opportunity to talk to Carlos. You're once the kid you coached on day one.
I just would say, Carlos, we've been through a lot together. We've both done shady things, I think, to each other. I saved you one round. I would hope that you would save me. I don't know. Do what's best for your game, whatever you think is best. That's all you can do. As a coach, that's what I say.
Mandy,
Former coach.
your last opportunity to talk to Carlos.
I just want to be able to like prove all those negative connotations wrong. So hopefully you decide not to king me out.
Kate.
Well, a couple weeks ago, back when we were, on a tribe together, you wrote my name down, and afterwards we had a pretty long conversation about it, and you said that you wouldn't again, which of course is a lie. Like, you have to vote me out eventually, but I just hope that it's not this time. So that's all.
Dylan.
Sorry, Carlosito. I'd appreciate another day in the game, and if I won, I wasn't gonna take you out.
And Jay.
Bro, please. I know you're thinking about it, but don't do it.
And Desiree, even though you're safe from Carlos's wrath, any advice you want to give him before he makes his decision?
Wait, am I on?
Yeah, you're on. I hear you now.
Okay. Do whatever you feel is right.
Okay. Carlos, for the first time in Night Survivor history, a castaway has the sole vote to send somebody home. Take a moment, say it aloud, and your reasons why.
Can I do something weird? So there's been people that have been at the bottom for a lot of time in this game, and I don't feel like, including myself, so I don't feel like it is in my best interest to take one of them out, meaning Jay and Mandy, you guys are both saved. Now, I don't want to just move forward into the next week with so much blood in my hand, so I want the four of you remaining who are in the core alliance to each send me a name of who you think I should vote out, and the person who receives the most vote, I will vote them out.
Oh, crap. So, let me see if I got this right. Dylan, Kate, Nicole, and Ricky. You're taking your power, and you're holding a tribal council to the Power Alliance that's taken out the last couple of jurors.
Exactly.
All right, Carlos, you guys listen to him. He's the king. This is his tribe. I've never seen such responsibility on one person so easily shared. I am in shock right now.
He's trying to be the next Jeff Probst.
Carlos, I need a decision.
Alright. Well, Nicole says she can't, and I would say like the person who can't send it, the vote will get voted out. But she has the power, so I can't vote her out. However, Dylan said Ricky, Ricky said Dylan, and Kate said Dylan. So I'm sorry, Dylan. I'm gonna have to king you out of the game.
All right, good luck, guys.
All right, Dylan.
You made Travis a very happy camper.
Dylan, the tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go.
Bye, Dylan.
Thank you, Carlos.
Bye, Dylan.
All right, guys. Kate.
Yeah.
Nicole. Ricky. Mandy.
Mhm.
And Jay. You guys just survived the final king. Congratulations on top 7. Hell Challenge tomorrow night. It's going to get evil.
Can I say something?
Of course, Ricky.
I might get 7th, and 27th in iSurvivor history.
7th, 27th, 7th. Yes. At least, well, if you did, at least you'd be consistent.
And like, I'm trying to be consistent.
But with that being said, final 7, Desiree still has an immunity to share. Nicole still has her anti-venom. Any other powers left? Nope. That being said, guys, congrats on the final 7. Y'all can head back to camp. A final cemetery duel will be taking place between Davis, Fabi, and Dylan. One of them will become the 5th member of the jury. Have a great night.